Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the ImagePrint queue and job management system. I've already sent some print jobs over to my queue so we can get started looking at all of the features. To bring up the queue, I'm going to select this little printer icon in the top right of my dashboard. The actual application name of the queue is called Spoolface, and from time to time you may hear it referred to by that name. For this video, I'll just refer to it as the queue or queue manager. Looking at the queue, you can see that it's broken up into 4 sections. The top section is our active queue. This holds jobs being printed or waiting to be printed. The bottom is our saved jobs, and these are jobs that have already been printed. Over to the top right is our log. The log keeps track of job status and errors that may occur during printing. The bottom right is a preview window that shows a picture of the job. It will help you locate the correct job when looking to reprint, reorder, or cut. Right now I have my queue paused, and you can make active or pause your queue by selecting the behavior under the queue dropdown. I'm going to keep the queue paused for right now as we go through each of the features. Over to my left we have printers. Printers is going to show me a list of all printers installed in ImagePrint. Right now I have 2 ImagePrint Black printers as well as ImagePrint Red, and I can select to view the queue for any of these devices. Looking at my ImagePrint queue, you'll notice we have some color coding going on. Let me scroll down to the bottom of my saved queue, and we can see that we have jobs in both red and white. The white jobs are just standard print jobs. The red jobs contain cut data when the Cut It Out option is turned on in ImagePrint and a job is sent to the queue. Those jobs, after being printed, can be loaded into one of the supported Graphtec cutters, and the cut data can be sent to the cutter by selecting the scissors below. Back up to my active queue, I have 2 jobs, and we can see the thumbnail of the content when I click on each job. But let's say I had a lot of jobs waiting to be printed and I needed to change the order of those jobs. I can just click and drag the job I want to reorder up or down in the list. I'm going to move over to the right and take a look at the log. Now the log will keep the status of each print job from start to finish, and if there are any errors, they will show up here. Let's look at job 38, for example. We can see the start of the job as well as the total time it took to print. If we also cut this job, we would see the status of the cutter as well. If there's an error that occurs, it's going to be logged in red. Let me scroll up and see if I can find one. Here's one. Couldn't get machine identification. That's the error that will show up if you don't have your dongle attached, or if it can't be accessed for some reason. We actually can control what happens in this case. Paper and ink is expensive, and we want to be able to prevent the printing process if it's going to be in demo mode. Let's go up under Queue and look at Demo Behavior. We can set this to Do Not Print if Demo. Jobs will just be held in the queue until the situation is corrected. Some of the other nice things about the Queue Manager is that it's always keeping a running list of all your jobs. If you need to reprint a job, it's as simple as finding that job in the list and dragging it back up to the active queue. The job will be reassembled and sent to the printer exactly as it was previously. And if I have a lot of jobs waiting to be printed, and this is a rush, I can reorder the queue. Another feature of the Queue Manager is the ability to both archive and restore jobs. I can select a job or series of jobs, right mouse click, and choose Archive Selected Jobs. And then I have the choice to include the image with the job or not. To restore jobs again, just right mouse click and select Restore. And the jobs will come back into the saved queue, and then I can choose which ones I want to reprint. I can also open the job itself by double-clicking on it. You will be able to view the text file of the job and all of its settings. The job files themselves are very small. It's just a text file that describes everything that has been set in the job. There may even be times for troubleshooting purposes that we'll have you do this and copy and paste the data to us in an email so that we can analyze it. The queue status is displayed in the bottom left corner. Right now my queue is paused, as noted here. I'm going to move all the jobs down into my saved queue and then scroll to the bottom and find one of these last jobs and move it over to the top. I'm going to unpause the queue so we can see what happens. The queue changes to ready and it starts processing the job. After that, it begins to send the data to the printer. Once the printer has all of the data, the job will move down to the saved queue. Now that's all there is to the Queue Manager. Thanks for watching another ImagePrint tutorial.